Hello guys, my name is Databyte. In last episode, we went ahead and built up that house over there by the river, and we started terraforming it over there a little bit too. And then we also did some stuff with this cliff over here last episode. We went ahead and cleared out a whole entire forest that was in front of it, and then we started laying out outlines for when I start terraforming this. And then we went ahead and took a break, and that's when we actually worked on the house over there that I showed you first. But then the sad thing is, while we were doing that, it started snowing and this happened. So yeah, I gotta go ahead and clear out a whole bunch of snow again because I don't want it to have snow, because I take the snow out of the places that I'm going to terraform so that I can see I'm going to terraform it. Then when I'm done terraforming it, I place all the snow back in. So what we're going to do this episode is start off by getting rid of all the snow in front of this cliff, and then we're going to chop off the front face of this cliff so that it's flat. Because if it's flat, when we get to terraforming, I'll be able to terraform it easier and everything will just be easier. But yeah, I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, and now I'm going to go ahead and wish you a Happy New Year because this episode comes out a couple days before the New Year. And that's why I wasn't saying Happy New Year in the comments of last video. Also guys, while we're on the comments section, I just want to tell you guys, I can see how long you watched the video. But yeah, so I feel like some people are just trying to fool me into thinking that they watched the video. I know you didn't, but I just pretend to not know that you didn't because I don't want to come off as mean, and I feel like saying, hey, you didn't even make it into 30 seconds of the video. How can you say you loved the video? So yeah, guys, just remember, I can see how long you watched the video. It probably doesn't even matter that I said that because the people that come and say that they loved the video and didn't even actually watch it never come back again. But yeah, so that's just one of the sad things that happens with YouTube to me. It kind of hurts because I put a lot of time into this video and then people just come and act like they watched it, and it's like, I would have rather not gotten any comments instead of having you pretend to watch the video. So let's go ahead and get off of that sort of sad topic and get into the video now. And let's go ahead and get into what I want to do this video. So I already told you what I want to start with. So let's go ahead and I'm going to start a time lapse of that. So let's go ahead and start that time lapse now. Okay guys, I'm done with that time lapse, and I would have gone ahead and finished flattening out this cliff if it wasn't for my tools. My tools are dying. Look, I cannot use this shovel anymore or else I will break it, and I do not want to break any of my super expensive netherite tools. And no, they're not expensive because they're netherite, they're expensive because of the enchantments on them. Really, netherite isn't that hard to get, you just gotta go find it. The hard thing to get is the enchantments because it's literally just completely random and you have no idea how long it's going going to take you to get them. It took me 4 hours to get some pickaxe enchantment. I think it was efficiency 5. It was a really hard and long 4 hours. But anyway, yeah, so I would have finished that, but I'm not going to now. But yeah, you can see what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and just flatten it all out, and then I'm going to be able to plan the terraforming more easier. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go to the grinder now and fix up my tools, and then I'll be right back over here and we'll get on to something else. Okay guys, I just went ahead and fixed up all my tools at the grinder like I said I would, and now I'm done with that. So here's all my tools, they're all fixed up. So yeah, now we can go ahead and move on to something else. And I'm kind of tempted to just continue doing this, but I don't want to have too many time lapses in one episode. So I'm going to try to not do that right now, because then I would probably have 3 time lapses in this video, and I don't want to do that. So I got to go ahead and do something else right now. It's probably not the smartest thing I can do, because all the dirt that I got is from that, which means all the dirt I got is probably going to go back into that cliff. But I don't really want to work on that cliff right now, because I want to be able to time-lapse flattening the rest of that cliff face out. And I don't want to do any planning of what the cliff is going to look like until after the cliff face is flat. But anyway, yeah, because of that, I'm going to go ahead and work on the 3rd layer and maybe even the 4th layer of this. I'm just going to outline them and what they look like. And I might even plan the pathway that's going to connect this house all the way over there. But anyway, it's getting dark, so let me go ahead and sleep. Okay guys, so the first thing I want to go ahead and do is remove this snow that got here when it started snowing during the first time lapse. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that snow like this. Okay then guys, now that that's all cleaned up, we can go ahead and start planning out the 3rd layer, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay guys, quick change of plans right before we do that. I decided to place down 64 dirt blocks to see how big of an area it covers, and that is 64 dirt blocks right there. So the reason why I did that is because I want to see how much dirt it might take to fill in this one layer right here, because it is 2 blocks right there, but on the other side it's only 1 block. So I want to go ahead and even it out, and this is 64 blocks. So I can go ahead and get an idea now of how much dirt it might take to fill this in. I know I have enough dirt to do it, I just don't know if I should, because the dirt that needs to go into that. Anyway, I want to do it pretty badly, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. And while I'm doing it, I think I'm also going to go ahead and fill in the dirt over there that needs to be filled in, because I don't know when it's going to get filled in. For any of you guys wondering, this is what I'm talking about. This right here is what I want to go ahead and fill in. I laid this outline out a couple of episodes ago and haven't got back to it since, and I kind of want to go ahead and fill it in with the dirt I have. But it would take a lot more dirt than I'm willing to use, but I think I'll go ahead and do it anyway. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and dig up those 64 blocks of dirt that I just left over there and come back over here, and I'm going to fill this all in, and then I'll go back over there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Right after I go ahead and just quickly dig up this dirt over here. Okay, now that I've gone ahead and done that, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the dirt over there. Okay guys, I was minding my own business filling this in, and both of these guys have shown up. I have no idea whose side I'm on though. I don't even know if I'm on either side, because you know what Minecraft players do to these guys. But you also know what we do to these guys. And I mean, like, look at this guy. He's totally taunting me. I used to want that, but now I don't. I mean, like, come on, really? You couldn't have that earlier? Anyway, I guess I gotta go ahead and get rid of both of these. I feel kind of bad, because I feel like I should be protecting this guy, but they're kind of useless and they get in the way. But these guys, on the other hand, always try to purposefully kill me. Yeah, this stuff really is useless, okay? You didn't see anything, okay? Okay, guys, here we go. I've gone ahead and filled in this whole entire thing with dirt now, and it took a lot more dirt than I thought, but I still have more dirt. But because of the amount of dirt it took, I'm actually not going to go ahead and fill in the dirt over there. I'm just going to go ahead and lay out the 3rd layer, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay then, guys, here we go. I've gone ahead and placed in the 3rd layer of the dirt now. And I know what you're probably thinking, that's way too small for a house to be on the 2nd layer. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put the house on the 3rd layer. And now I really need to stop playing around with my dirt and stuff, because I only have so much of it. And most of it is probably going to have to go into that cliff over there. But yeah, so I really want to get back to that cliff right now, because I really don't know what to do besides that cliff. And I feel like if I can get that cliff done, then I will have more things on my mind that I can do afterward. But anyway, before we get back to that, I want to go ahead and lay out the pathway also that's going to connect this house over there. So I got to go ahead and pull out my granite now and start placing blocks. Okay, so guys, I think it's pretty obvious. It's just going to go along this 1st layer and go all the way over there to that diagonal house over there. But yeah, so let me just go ahead and start placing in this outline for these blocks. And here we go, guys. This is what this pathway is going to look like. I thought it was pretty obvious. It's just going to go down here and connect to something over there. I don't exactly know where exactly, because I haven't done much pathway planning over there yet. And also, don't think too much about that right there. I'll figure out what to do there later. But yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and quickly move on to something else. Okay guys, I know it might mess up the number of time lapses in this video, and when there's 3 time lapses it just feels like too many, but I'm gonna do it anyway because the cliff right here, if I don't flatten it, I can't think of anything to do that can be done before I flatten the cliff. Like, I know I could build some houses and do some other stuff, but what I really think is most important right now is flattening this cliff. And the reason why I think flattening the cliff is the most important thing I can do right now is because once I flatten it, I can actually start laying out the cliff and all the stuff that I want to be on this flat plane right in front of it. And I think we can just get the most progress done if I just go ahead and finish flattening this cliff so that I can just do all that stuff. And all the ideas I'm having right now would come after I'm done flattening this cliff, because they would be like laying stuff out in front of this cliff and just doing stuff on this flat plane. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and start a time lapse and finish doing this cliff, and then I'm going to go ahead and probably build one house once I'm done doing the cliff, and then I'll probably end the time lapse and we can continue doing more stuff. But yeah, so, I'm going to go ahead and start that time lapse now. Okay guys, I just finished that time lapse and it took way longer than I thought it would. I mean a lot longer, like a lot longer. But yeah, so now that this cliff is flattened out, I can go ahead and start planning out how I want to terraform it into the cliff that I want it to be, and what I want there to be on this little flat plane at the bottom, and finishing the flat plane. But yeah, now I have a whole bunch of things that I can do now that I've gone ahead and flattened this cliff. So I think we should go ahead and start doing those things right now because it's a lot of work to do and it's going to take even longer than flattening this cliff out did. So the first thing that I got to do real quick is sleep, and then I'll be able to get to the cliff. Oh yeah, guys, so I should probably go ahead and show you what all we got from that. So we got this much stone, and I was using my silk touch pickaxe because I wanted to keep it stone because I'm gonna have to go ahead and place stone into the cliff, so might as well get as much stone as I can before I have to start cooking it up. But yeah, then also we got this much dirt. It's a whole lot of dirt. So much dirt, but it's probably not even enough to do the cliff, which is kind of sad because it's so much dirt. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and stop showing off how much stuff I have, and now we're going to go ahead and start working on this cliff. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what the first thing I need to go ahead and do is. I think that's going to be going ahead and laying out the third layer for this flat part right here, and then probably planning out some houses and stuff. And then planning some more layers and stuff, and then probably planning the top part right here, because the top part is going to overhang the middle part. So I guess it's going to be an overhanging cliff. And then somewhere on this cliff, I want to put a frozen waterfall. And then I want to go ahead and put a lot more trees in, of course, because this is a forest right here. And I would like to replant the trees and stuff. So yeah, I think the third layer is just going to start at that grass block right there. And then it's just going to come around and just be a third layer on top of these other two layers. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some more dirt from that chest. And then I'm going to start planning out that third layer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so guys, I've gone ahead and grabbed the dirt that I need from the chest over there, and now I'm going to go ahead and quickly explain how exactly you want to do the terraforming stuff, because I do want to be able to pass my knowledge on to you guys, so I'll just give you guys some tips on how I do terraforming, and hopefully it helps you. So my main rule for terraforming hills and stuff like this is never ever have just repeated one block things like this. It looks bad. And it just looks like normal Minecraft terrain. Normal Minecraft terrain just goes up by one and to the side by one. See right there, it's all ones. So you want to make sure you spread it out and make sure that it's more than one almost always or most of the time. Because as you can see, there are some spots where it's just one block, but you want to try to avoid those. So yeah, that's what I want to go ahead and tell you because that's most of what I can tell you. If I think of anything else, I'll bring you guys back in and tell you it while I do it. But I can't really think of anything else right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just start placing this. And it's probably going to take a while because the last layer was actually kind of hard to do. Okay guys, I had to come all the way up here on this stack of dirt because that house gets in the way so you can't see back there very well. So this is what the third layer is going to look like. You can see sort of the contours here. It actually looks pretty good, I think. And I think it has a pretty good incline and stuff. Now I just need to figure out if I should put a fourth layer on or not. I think I should, but it should be like really far back. It might even need a fifth layer in some spots, because that's a lot of area right there just to be flat. So yeah, I think I'm going to add a fourth layer and possibly even a fifth. But anyway, you can see it really well from up here. And yeah, it also gives you a really good idea of all the planning I've done and how much stuff I've just changed around this area. Here we go, guys. I just turned my FOV up, and now you can pretty much see everything that I've worked on here so far. You can see all the houses that still need to be built, all the pathways, all the terraforming I've done. I've done a lot of stuff here in a pretty small area, and it all looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, you really can get an idea of what I'm trying to make from up here. But anyway, so let me go ahead and get back to some more stuff now. Okay, guys, here we go. I've gone ahead and placed in what is going to be the third layer. But the thing is, it's a little bit close to the second layer, so I think I want to move it back further in some spots, or just move the second layer further out in some spots. But yeah, the more that I plan this out, the more that I realize I'm going to have to flatten this out some more, because that is not the shape that I want to use. I'm not going to go along with that shape. I'm going to go along with this shape. And also, I really need to sleep right now, so let me do that. Okay, guys, there we go. I've gone ahead and slept now. So now we can get back to business. So yeah, like I was saying, that right there is too close. So I either want to push it back or pull it forward. So I would do that right now, but I'm kind of lazy and don't want to do that. And I feel like leaving it would leave me with a lot more stuff that I can put into the next video, because I feel like we can make the next video all about this cliff. So with that, today we went ahead and mainly worked on this cliff, but we also did a little bit of stuff over there. It was a major terraforming episode today, and next episode is also going to be a major terraforming episode, but more along the lines of placing instead of destroying. But yeah, so that's what we did this episode, and that's what I'm going to do next episode. So I'm going to go ahead and wish you a happy new year. And thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you guys in January. Okay then guys, well, it's the last video of the year, and I've been doing this for 6 months now, I think. Anyway, I just want to say, it's been a long ride already, and I don't plan on stopping, and already kind of, I think the words are burnt out very much. But the weird thing is, if I don't do anything related to making a video on a day, then the day feels wasted and ruined, and I didn't do anything, even if I do something I like. So I can't stop. I don't know why I can't, even if I want to, and I really, really want to, kind of. But also, I don't mean like stop for good. I mean like just take a break. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty tired. I am seeing double right now because I've been staring at a screen so long. So, thank you for watching.